Yeah, they keep on cutting me off. It's just the internet. It ain't nothing. Yeah, I'm recording this, and I'm gonna keep on recording it because I see I gotta put these people on live stream so they can be documenting what they doing, what they face, so people can see who they are. Yeah, the Chinese government want to see who the fuck they need to come and investigate. The hell you think this is?
Many bags look alike. Please take a moment to ensure that the bag you claim is yours by matching your claim check with the tag on your luggage.
And let me say this too while I'm saying my little sermons. All these cameras that I've been talking about, I believe it was on the news the other day that these cameras have been hacked into by hackers. It was a city, somewhere in this city, one of the city surveillance cameras have been hacked into. So if a hacker can hack into these surveillance cameras, you don't think the Chinese government can? Because I sure sent them the video of how I felt about it and who I think is responsible. You don't think they hacking these cameras looking? People in America need to wake up. Because one day they might wake up, it might be the Chinese military knocking at their door. Yeah, that's who it might be. Because they're here in this country and they own everything. Yeah, they own everything. Hi. They own everything. That's worth something. Because they bought up the mortgages. That means they own these houses. Which they probably want to give these houses back to the people who was illegally foreclosed on. That's probably what they want to do. Because all these people is homeless. Why these houses are empty. Or somebody is coming behind what happened, the tragedy of the foreclosure, and buying up the house for real cheap and reselling it for a whole lot, messing up the economy. Because these houses ain't worth nothing, especially down here in California. Yeah, they charging $1 million for a house that's worth $50,000. Something raggedy and small. They charging you $2,000 for a little raggedy one-bedroom apartment in the hood. I'm in the hood. I done been all through LA. I ain't got nowhere else to go. So I'm going to see the city. So I get on a bus and I ride one way and I ride the next way and I go on another bus and I go and see the city of Los Angeles. I probably know more about the city of Los Angeles than the people that live here. All they do is get up and go to work, go to their favorite restaurant, their church, their little club they like, their bar, and they go home. They don't know what the hell's going on in this city either. Because everybody working. That's why the homeless people know more than anybody, because they're watching this shit. Because they're not working. They're out here watching what's going on. That's why they can see it. That's why I can see it. If I was working somewhere, I wouldn't be able to see what the hell's going on. You got to be somewhere every day, all day to see the fraud. Because like I said, most of these people coming through this airport is only here in this terminal for less than 30 minutes. So they just coming and going. That's it. They coming and going. And that'll let you know who calling the police on the homeless people. Because these folks is coming and going. They're not going to call the police on nobody homeless unless that homeless person actually put hands on them. Yeah, they're not calling the police on nobody. They're trying to get where they got to go. They're tired. They just got off a flight. They see somebody crazy talking to themselves, they're going to keep on walking. They don't care. Matter of fact, that newscaster try to say, oh, it's so sad that the people coming into LA have to see all these homeless people as soon as they first hit LA. And you know what the lady said? She said, we're going to see it when we go out in the streets anyways. And it's way worse out there. That's where you're really going to see this shit and piss on the streets. Because it's out there. On all of these streets. But maybe not all of them. Like, I like Westwood. That's a nice area. That's clean. I love Long Beach. I'm in love with Long Beach, like a lot. I love Long Beach. Long Beach is my type of city, baby. I love it. I want to live in Long Beach, right there on the beach in one of them buildings. I want to live in that castle hotel thing they got down there, right in front of the beach. It's beautiful. Anyway, Long Beach is clean. Downtown LA is pretty much fucked up. Different places, like for instance, I went on the Slauson Ave, and it was an area that was like, it wasn't nobody there. As far as houses and businesses, it was more like industrial area kind of. But you still you can kind of walk down that street. If you're on a bus, you gotta, Well, for me, I don't like sitting waiting for the bus. Sometimes I go from one stop to the next. I saw clothes on the sidewalk, all kind of trash, parts of cars, parts of washing machines, all kind of crazy stuff. I said, how the hell did this shit get here? I mean, literally in the middle of nowhere. I think people is dropping it off, and the city ain't picking it up. The city is leaving its trash everywhere. Yeah, it's a leprosy outbreak in LA right now. Down there where they're homeless people out living in squalor. When Eric Garcetti got all that money. And if you know anything about the government, you know he had to have a plan for that money before he even got it. So he not doing what he said he was going to do. And that's why Trump said he going to send the feds after his ass, because the feds the one gave him the damn money to do what he was supposed to do with it. The feds is who gave Eric Garcetti $400 million. I think it was more than $400 million. But they end up getting more than what they asked for. I don't know the real number. But it's a whole lot of money. And it's supposed to be going to homeless people, and not just the damn homeless people sitting there on Skid Row. Yeah, everybody feel like the only people homeless in America is the ones that they see on the street. When I'm telling you, there's a lot of people homeless that you don't know because they're living in their cars and they taking showers at their gyms, and they got their stuff in storages. Or they might not even be living out their car. They might not have a car because they might have got repossessed. They doing Airbnb and doing Uber and Lyft to survive. And they going different places to take a little trip, because you could go to Vegas for a little bit of nothing. I went to Vegas for $9 on a boat bus. No, it wasn't a boat bus. I can't remember what it's called. I can't remember. It was some green bus. I picked it up on Hugo Chavez Boulevard over there by Union Station. I can't remember what the name of it, but it was $9. It's kind of like the mega bus. The boat is up in Washington State. Every state got their own little version of mega buses. Yeah, they go to Vegas and chill out there for a couple days, and then they come back to LA. And they do what I'm doing. Some of them be up in this airport so they can have somewhere to be that's out of the elements. Yeah, because if you can afford it, you need to be going to the hotel. Because you sit in these chairs, your ankles swell up. My ankles and my legs swell up really, really, really big. And it was very painful. It's not like it's just swelling up and it's just swollen. It was like swelling up and extremely tender to the touch from my mid-thigh all the way down to my feet. I never experienced that before. My feet swelled up so big that my ankles started hurting. They still hurt from it being swollen. And that's what these homeless people is going through out here. And you got people messing with them. And I seen that with my own eyes too. There's a lot of homeless people over there in Westwood Village that I was talking about that I like. Even though there's homeless people out there, they're not pissing and shit on the streets, interesting enough, but they're not. It was a homeless person. He was sleeping in a doorway, and I don't sleep on no ground, and I don't sleep on no floor nowhere, because there's too many damn diseases running to these places for me to be fucking around putting my face anywhere. But I was sitting on the bus bench, just sitting there waiting for the next bus to start running or whatever at 4 in the morning, wherever, just start running. And it was some man that went to this homeless man in the doorway and was standing by him. The man was sleeping, and the homeless man was sleeping, and it was a man standing right by him, talking to him, saying little shit to him, and the homeless man started hollering, "Leave me alone!" Oh, you know, all this shit that you be hearing the homeless men doing. And I said, that man is fucking with him. Yeah. Somebody not homeless got up out their bed to come down in the streets and start fucking with homeless people that's sleeping on the concrete in the middle of the cold. I saw it with my own eyes. There's a man up in this airport that is disabled. He can't really speak very well. He can speak well, but his voice is kind of messed up. And the people that's at this Dunkin Donuts way down at the end of the hall, you see how far it is away? Employees came over here to where he at, cause he living here, as you can see, and made him a little bed. He got his shit. You see, he don't want to let go of nothing. He over here, he homeless, he disabled. They came all the way down this hallway, and they accused him of stealing. Yeah, they got in his face and accused him of stealing a sandwich out of their store. And he didn't steal anything. Yeah, he can't speak very well. So they were yelling at him. And he couldn't really say because he can't really get it out. So he writes it down. So when they walked away, he wrote down, they said I stole this sandwich, but if you look at it, it showed me the sandwich. It had a whole different name. It didn't say Dunkin Donuts. And they said, oh, we're going to call the police. We're going to call the police on you. So I told her, leave this damn man alone. He ain't done nothing to you. You over here yelling at this man, accusing him of something, defaming his character in front of all these people. He didn't do nothing. And the lady was like, well, he be stealing sandwiches all the time. And I'm like, okay, if he's stealing all the time, you should have called the first time he stole. And why you didn't call now? Why you walking your ass over here telling them something? You're lying. I didn't really say that because I didn't really know. But I knew she was wrong because I said either way, if he did steal a sandwich, he hungry as fuck. Maybe you should bring a sandwich from home. She said, it's not my responsibility. Because the people don't care about nobody but themselves. At Dunkin Donuts is charging $11 for a regular sandwich. Tuna fish at that. They're charging $11 for a tuna fish sandwich up here in this airport. They're gouging the prices of everything.
I'm gonna go down here just in case.
Yeah, they price gouging everybody. That's what's going on. Hi.